off though. Hey, thanks everyone. We'll get going here in a minute. Just waiting for Nick. Do you know if Nick wants to do a video at all? Can't you know what he's doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Actually, not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. We video portfolio is
Okay. All right.
And really build on everything their forefathers have done. And I'll end this with this about 2-minute story about Daniel Adams and the clubs of King of England was doubling down. He sent two folks over with his personal key on so he could taxes.
maybe have one person listen to that and start filtering.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just whole thing. You know, it's not really. Okay. You know, I think there's anything.
Yeah, well, they talk about the around
Yeah, I'm more interested in just trying to maybe we can get those announcements out loud.
Right.
Not even a voting spot, just to be able the ability to respond and tell our view when they were taxes or something here. Give our opinions at least. There would not have been a revolutionary war, but he would even give us a non-voting position on Parliament. What Americans on Parliament? British Parliament, because he's kidding. And so this is why we took his key in the Boston Harbor. This is why we went to coffee. This is why we went to coffee. And so I want everybody to drink Jonathan coffee. I want everybody to realize that Jonathan coffee is part of the Kennedy protest against tyranny by this was something that the king didn't tax, was coffee. So we switched from tea to coffee as part of a protest against taxation or representation. And we can't thank Dave and his crew enough for bringing the Jonathan coffee does. That's just a great American thing. And watch out, wolves. Here comes Youngevity, but we're here to save not only America, but save the world. Thank everybody for being in this great mission. God loves you, and so do we. Thank you so very much. Back to you, Stephen.
Tom.
Thank you so much, Dr. Warren. Thank you so much for speaking real quickly. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. The point I was having, I know the point I was talking about that, it's like a talking to you, I love that. 150,000 orders for amazing. Thank you again, and guys, again, this first bomb, 155 years of health freedom.
They're talking to you.
So many of us not know each other, and so many people in the call. People may slow down and call it fighting each other, still be sick. You're going to all to realize that we can control our own health. Their message is more relevant today. Steve.
No, Andy Oley.
About their health. We're so fortunate to have Bridgetown and everything. And guys, I'm going to, for myself and for everyone that's on the call, I want to say thank you for all you do. You everything you continue to do for all of us. Thank you so much, Dr. Walker. All right, guys. We're all on the call to hear about some announcements. Some announcements for today. Let's talk about the announcement right now. Time today, July 4th. Let's go over another major announcement. Saturday, July 4th. We're announcing the people all of you have an greatest month you've ever had from Youngevity. And it turns about not the health, time, and financial freedom and thousands of others. Again, Saturday, July 31st. All people Medicare are $100 off. Again, all off. $100 off.
So that makes sense to you.
Yes.
That's what today.
Oh, today? Okay. Yeah, oops, what about? hope it should be just one.
Oh. Well, we could do that too.
Yeah, that would,
Because we get.
you would get over $200 back. You get about $260 back. Yeah, because you get 130 on each of them, and you would spend about, you'd spend 800. You want to do 2 CEOs, is that what you're thinking? But you get 260 back, so that cost would be about 540, and you would get 540 of product. You know, you're going to get all that stuff you got in the CEO back.
So $399. So $499.
Just for July, right? Think about it. That's
What'd you all do in the interim? Did you go home?
We went home and showered, took the dogs out. Since he has to go out, the little rat. The other two were out in the dog room with the built. But the inside rat dog has to go out, so we did that. I drank a rebound.
I don't even know if I know your dogs these days, do I?
Shadow, she's one of the original farm dogs.
Uh-huh.
She's the little black.
Yeah, I do remember Shadow.
She's still with me. She's 18,
Uh-huh.
doing great. The other one's Frog.
You remember this?
Yeah, I do remember this.
She
Strong,
has
just
to
looks just like Lucy.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's part border collie, so he's bigger, but real good looking.
Uh-huh.
He's border collie Corky. And he's a big dog.
Did you get him out to Sterling?
Yeah, a guy dropped him off at our place. When we were gone, we came home and there was.
Oh, abandoned him,
No, he on purpose dropped him off at our place.
knowing that it'd be a good home. Uh-huh.
We didn't choose to have Frog. Frog was dropped off. Yeah. But he's just that border collie Corky. He looks like a Corky with a tail,
Uh-huh.
but he has a border collie face and teeth. His teeth are too big for his mouth. I mean, he's a weird dog.
Right.
He smiles. Kind of like Sammy used to. Remember
Uh-huh.
Sammy?
Yeah, I do.
He thought he was growling at you, but he's not. That was- And Frog taught himself to sit up. And he balances and sits up. He's just a really strange dog.
Sounds like an entertainer.
Oh, he is. Yes, everybody loves Frog.
No, I didn't fold mine up. I had to fold it up one.
And another one.
Oh, yeah, there was already others. Announcement, so $399 CEO plans for the month of July. Dr. Corey Gold is the newest ambassador at the hormone.
Yeah.
So you don't have this one.
We don't have that. This is just the- Hey, Kent.
Yes.
My friend Bill is on Google Hangout. You want to say hi?
Oh, hey, Bill. Hi, Bill. I can't hear him, but I guess he can hear us. Right, which was out back. Yeah, we see, yeah.
Oh, I don't know where she is.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, man. Go for it. Cool.
Sorry, guys.
Was it over or no?
No, it wasn't over.
I'm sure we'll get the summary.
Yeah. Well, we got the highlight, $3.99 CEO pack,
Now, was that for July, or just for the next 2 weeks?
for the month of July.
Well, what's for the whole month?
Yeah.
So welcome all and happy Independence Day. We're gonna do some things to try and secure our financial independence on this Independence Day. We have Eric and Nadine have been involved for a while, but we just kind of introduced them to the business opportunity last night, so they're here for first time for
Eric, Nadine, way to go.
big picture. Yeah. And this is exciting news, this 399 CEO pack. So if you have some people that have been interested, I have seen this once before in my short career with Youngevity. It happened around the first of the year, and it helped my business. So I would encourage you to talk to some people and let them know about this opportunity. When you buy the CEO pack for $500, you get about what is it, Andrew?
About $700 worth of product.
Yeah, about $700 worth of product, right off the bat. So this really makes it a value. Plus, it gives you all the benefits of being in the business. It gives you all the bonuses that you're eligible for, all of the compensation, and it establishes, I think, just a different level of commitment. That you're a CEO and you're pursuing this not only for your well-being and health, but you've also opened up a door to unlimited income. One of the things that, a couple things I wanted to do, I think we might have touched on this with Eric and Nadine, but I know the rest of you know. Were you here last Saturday, Tom? Mm-hmm. Okay. So everyone in the room except these two to a specific extent, we met a gentleman last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, Dr. Ariaza, who's in our organization, huge producer. In fact, he shared with us he's making $160,000 a month in this business. So it's pretty crazy. The money's unbelievable. And just like us, I mean, he started with a $4.99 CEO pack. That is really the amazing thing about the unlimited potential for such a small capital investment. Because truly that's it. I mean, as you move up in levels of compensation and rank, they ask you to buy more, but it's so incidental. I mean, I think the highest rank, the most you have to buy on a monthly basis is like $250. That's your commitment. $250 as far as his ongoing. So when we originally get started, it's $4.99. That's the CEO pack, and then at the first stage, you're buying usually the Healthy Body Start Pack, and that is the products we showed you last night. That's the Osteo FX, the Tangy Tangerine, and the what's the other, Alpha? EFA, yeah, which is the essential fatty acids. So it's really amazingly inexpensive for the unlimited potential. And another thing we have going by the way, our team is Youngevity Black Belt. Did we tell you that?
No.
Okay, so we're Team Black Belt. So
Black belt.
yeah. And I will say for you two, and maybe the rest of you too, Dr. Ariaza has an amazing team in California. He is he in Ontario?
Somewhere in there, Ontario, Pasadena, somewhere.
Yeah.
Glendora.
Dr. Ariaza is a chiropractor, but he was very successful. And when he spoke to us a couple Fridays ago, he talked about having a mentor that was just outrageous. Like the mentor it's right there, sir. A mentor would call him or come to his door at 3 a.m, knock on the door and say, it's time to go to work. So this is the kind of culture Dr. Ariaza learned was, it's going to be crazy, kind of outrageous behavior. I mean, to this day, on Tuesday night, he has a leadership call with his leaders that lasts from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. He'll
He'll make calls to his leadership teams at 4 in the morning. You know, so I'm not saying this is going to happen with you, or that's the culture we'll have, but he is the most successful. So he's got a culture that says, if you get into this, I'm going to support you. If you get into this, you can do it. This is a real company. I will help you. And what we've found out in sales is people perform to the level of expectation. And so he builds a culture of, if you get in and invest your $4.99, there's a couple things we're going to do. He calls it the 24-hour rule. We're going to sit down and we're going to do your why. Why would I be in this business? What are the things that are going to keep me motivated to do this business? Number 2 in the 24-hour rule is to understand we're going to try and get your money back in a week. And the way you get your money back in a week is you sign up 3 CEO packs. You get $130 per CEO pack. So that's, what is that? That's $390. And then you also get your product free by signing up 3. So you get $115 credit for the next month for your Healthy Body Start Pack, which costs $115. Now I order the athletic pack. It's $170. But any given month, I introduce 3 people to a Healthy Body Start Pack. I get $115 credit toward my order of that month. So I've been paying like $58 for my, so that's kind of cool. So that's how we say you get your money back. And everyone feels better when they get their money back right away, because then you're on house money. You know, now you're saying, so if you sign up 3, your money's back, and then if you continue to be proactive, you're getting your product pretty much free. You're getting the first $115 a month. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do today, and you have some paper to write with, is go through this 24-hour rule. Now, who has done their why they're in business? Susan, have you done that?
I
Sort of?
changed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to take about maybe about 5 minutes, and even if you've done your why, let's redo some of those key points right now. And here's some of the things, Eric, because you all are just being introduced to this. Okay, my why has I want to have enough money to do whatever I want when I want. Mm-hmm. I want to have a second home in Florida. I want Stuart to be able to travel internationally anywhere she wants, anytime she wants. I want me, Stuart, and Sarah to get together anytime we want, have that kind of freedom of money. I want to have the kind of money to build a legacy to where Sarah can really be safe financially and just pursue what she really wants to do. And Stuart and I can pursue what we really want to do, because lots of times we're not doing what we want to do because we're trading time for money, and we're just, you got to have a job, okay? So when we were talking to Dr. Ariaza, he said Nick was telling a why, and he was like, no, stop, not near good enough. One of the important things about a why, like Nick was talking about wanting to be able to have this place paid for and some things like that. But he said, really, the thing that Dr. Ariaza got to was, you don't want to be working so hard that you're away from your wife and you get a divorce. Now that starts getting emotional, when it's something that can really be that radical. I don't want to continue working like I'm working, so I have a heart attack and die younger than I should, and have a sore back or whatever. But something that you can emotionalize that really would get you motivated to do this business. So they find that the most successful people in this business have that why, and it's very strong. Because what we're doing is, it's a little outrageous, it's a little uncomfortable, and for most of us, even though I've been a salesman for 30 years, it's still very uncomfortable to kind of, at times, you seem pretty comfortable with it, Nadine, right off the bat, saying, I'll talk to my mother-in-law, and that's great, because you shouldn't be uncomfortable with it because it is so good. The product is really real. The advice you would give to people is really helping their lives for them to feel better. And this can be a game changer as far as what people can have as far as financial freedom and kind of doing their own thing and writing their own rules. So let's take about 5 minutes and write some key points. Try and come up with at least 5. Why would I want to be in this business? Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing, kind of tighten it up, and then we'll all kind of share that.
I'm gonna do this for both.
Sure. I'm sure we don't.
Hey,
Hi. Hi. You're all writing so furiously.
yes. Welcome, come in.
Our wives.
We're redoing our whys.
Oh, well, these guys don't have wives yet.
Yeah, they don't.
They
Okay.
just showed up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Come on in.
How you doing?
Hi.
I didn't meet
Jeffrey.
you, but I saw you. John?
Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey.
And I did meet
Yes.
you. I was at the
And your name
table.
is?
Tim,
Tim and Jeffrey.
that's right.
Come on in, guys.
So Tim and Jeff bailed me out of a situation. I needed a massage therapist at the last minute. And Tim is not a massage therapist, but he took over the booth and ran it, and it ran beautifully. They're fantastic. Tim is a PhD psych. He's done headhunting in the past. He's now doing bookkeeping.
Doing bookkeeping account.
Uh-huh.
Jeff is a nurse and a massage therapist. They're absolutely fabulous today.
And did you
And
meet
now I
him
drive
today
them-
or?
We just met
We
today.
just met
Okay.
today.
We met
Yeah.
through it was actually, we just learned at lunch that it was through a web tree. You know how we use that phone tree?
Right.
I had sent out a email to some of my contacts looking for help, and they sent it out. And then those people sent it out, and that's how we actually connected, because he doesn't know the people that I sent the information to.
Nice. Wow.
So it's been a
Well,
pretty
two of
cool
us.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how the universe works.
My daughter is a PhD student in psych right now at Michigan.
Oh, what a great school.
She might be stopping by here anytime. I hope. She's visiting from Ann Arbor. So, Jeffrey and Tim, do they know anything about what we're doing?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
told them about the training and the coaching that we're getting, and they do know that we're into nutrition stuff, and that's all they know.
Okay, so,
But they were excited enough about my excitement, and they followed me here.
okay,
So after I took them away from here, they came back.
right, yeah, good for you, all right. So, while people are still working, you'll hear some of what we're doing here, Jeffrey and Tim, but all of us in the room have decided to be in business together, and we're working for a nutrition company, and we're very excited about it. By day, I'm a 30-year insurance agent slash financial advisor. So I do that all day. I work with a lot of high net worth people doing that kind of stuff. But this business opportunity, this business for personal development, additional Plan B income, I haven't been as excited about anything, because one of the commitments we really make here is personal development. We do a lot of personal development, and that's always been something I've loved, and I kind of got away from it. I did a lot of it early in my career because I started as a career agent with New York Life, and they were really big into, you know, personal development and training and stuff. And then I kind of took that and ran for a while, but then I don't know, I kind of ran out of energy. It's kind of like anything. I stopped doing it, and then it got to be a habit of really not doing it. Then I met Mr. Kapande, who you'll meet in a bit, the black belt who led us today, and got back into it. We found out we had a lot of common goals in that area. In fact, he promoted Brian Tracy, one of the really big guys in personal development, psychology of achievement, psychology of sales, you may have heard of. So at any rate, we're all in business together. We're very excited about it, and we call ourselves Team Black Belt, and we're trying to develop ourselves in that way, which is consistent training, master the basics, so you have advanced techniques from having very good fundamental movements. And so we're very excited. We're adding people to the team. It's something anyone can get involved in. It's a very real deal, and we will help you. You know, so it's a winning combination. We've got some great folks in here. Dr. Andrew Harley is a PhD in geology, and he is kind of he introduced everyone here to the product. He has been knowing the founder of the company for 15 years, not quite 13. And his specialty is minerals and mineral hard rock mining geology. Yeah. And so, yeah, we have airline pilots. Like I say, I'm a financial advisor. These folks are business people, former cattlemen, farmers.
We own
Greatly.
feed store, plus we milled our own feed. So we know about mineral with animals especially.
Well, yeah.
And proper feed
Phlebotomist,
nutrition.
blood draw. So I mean, a wide variety of people that have just gotten very excited about this. So I'm glad you came today. But what we were doing right now is they find that people that are very successful in this business have a very strong why. Why would you do this? Because the business we're doing is you're building your own business. And if I'm a 30-year professional salesman, so I'm pretty comfortable. I sold life insurance at the kitchen table at 9 o'clock at night. So I was doing the tough sales for a lot of years, but I find that this is still a challenge too, because the potential is unbelievable, but you got to risk a little. You know, you get beat up a little bit. It's a little bit emotional, but it's so rewarding and exciting. And if you have good training, it takes a lot of that anxiety. Like they say, competence equals competence. So we're trying to be very competent in showing people how to be successful in this business. So, well, let's read some whys, because we can always gain a little from others. Susan, would you start and tell us why you want to do this business? What will it afford you?
To be able to visit my kids and my grandkids anytime I want. They're out of state, so it's hard right now with money, but this will give me the freedom. I can just go whenever. Because I don't want to move there. I like Colorado.
Do you have more?
To own my own home where my kids and grandkids are comfortable to stay. To not work for someone else, which means less stress. And to visit every country on my bucket list. And to have money in my bank account.
Nice. That's great stuff. Yep, there's emotion in there, a lot tying in with the family. That makes it stronger and more commitment. That's good. I'll go next. I have my whys. So my wife can travel whenever she wants to see our daughter in Ann Arbor. So me my wife and my daughter can travel internationally anytime we want, when we want. So I can get a second home in the Panhandle of Florida. So I can be an investor with Nick in a home in the Pacific Northwest. And so I can have a charitable foundation that gives away $100,000 a year minimum.
Mine's not written, but I can tell you.
Okay.
So I want to buy a house. And I believe in Dr. Rourke. I believe in message of products. I've done the research in the past. So I know everything he stands for and where I've been coming from. The other thing is I don't wish to move back to Illinois.
That was what?
Move back to Illinois.
Oh, I thought you said fit. What?
Yeah, that's got some emotion, huh? Yeah, good. You're not going to,
I'm not going.
Yeah.
There you go.
June?
Okay. Spend as much time with Noah traveling, riding motorcycles, and loving each other every day, just to make every day count with him. To become a person who gives unselfishly, helping others to achieve their dreams. To create enough finances that would give my family choices, leaving them a legacy. Have enough finances to help as many animals possible. I envision a dream or a ranch, owning a ranch where neglected and abused animals can live happily the rest of their lives and become an amazing leader and inspiration.
Nice. Tom?
Let's see. I want to be, I want freedom for a regular job, free of all that. I want to buy a home for my kids. I want to take my kids anywhere in the world they want to go. I want a condo on the Puget Sound in Seattle. I want to help people achieve their same health as well. I want to continue my study of Ashtanga yoga. And I want to establish a foundation for those with disease addiction.
Nice. By the way, as we learned in our training, the more clarity, and you had some real clarity there, you can do. I would encourage you, look at these each day and rewrite them. Ink to paper, clarity, because I noticed in mine, I work on that too. Brian Tracy says, with clarity comes more of that, the universe lining up and bringing you those things. So it's much more possible with the clearness of the goals. Andrew?
Yeah, mine's very simple. It's just to develop a business that allows me to leverage my time, allowing me to spend time on my health and with my family while inspiring others to do the same.
Right.
So it is.
Nadine?
All right.
So
Basic
much more than that.
financial freedom,
Right.
which means not having to think every day about what I want to do with my money, whether I want to go shopping or spend extra at the grocery store, just basic freedom in that area. Health for my family members, that's very important for me. For the children, financial freedom, leave them something that they can have, pay off any debt that we have, and own a home in Hawaii.
Which island?
Kona.
Claire, Kona.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kona. It would definitely be.
Great. Well, those are all good. And as I say, look at these each day, because we need to be inspired each day when that call gets tougher, where you're thinking it's tough to introduce this to others, because you will have times when people say no. And, we try not to take that seriously, but it does touch us personally, when someone says no. The more you can remove that emotion from that and just say, I'm trying to give someone an opportunity that I've been given. And if they, it's not no, it's just not now, maybe, because I've had that happen as a 30-year salesman. I mean, I got to tell you, early on, it was horribly painful getting in the life insurance business. That is like like, saying, you sell, stolen babies on the, on the black market or something, So family members would not return my calls, they knew my new business, and that hurt my feelings. But the thing is, that's okay. They still like me. They just didn't want to buy life insurance, And the interesting thing about it is they came around and almost all of them became clients, Because what happens is they didn't expect, they see you 6 months later, oh, you're still doing that, huh? They see you a year later, oh yeah, I'm doing that. I'm making a career. I'm doing quite well. Oh really? Would you give me a quote? So the same thing will happen here. It won't happen with everyone, but the point of the deal is don't worry about it. If you're committed internally that you're going to make a success and this is going to change your life, you're not going to get everybody. And but if you hang in there and say, I believe in the business, it is real, it can be there for me, and I'm going to make it with or without any one given individual, you'll be fine because you have a great product to sell, and that is the attitude you should take. So look at this every day. Hey, Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Since we do have a couple new gentlemen in the room that know nothing about our company, would you mind doing that overview since you know Dr. Wallet's message?
You want me to? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would, yeah, I think you're the best.
Okay. How much do you want me to go into it? Because the other thing I was thinking, Ken, based on what we were talking about, like last night, and what I've been doing the last couple of days. Do you want me to kind of walk through the overview of the business and then kind of get in like what Sue's picked up from Ariaza this week as well?
Yeah. Great. That's
all
awesome. Right. You got a blackboard?
Ariaza.
No, I know. I'm gonna move down there because I just happen to have a whiteboard I prepared earlier. Never go anywhere without a whiteboard.
Always have the whiteboard.
Always have a whiteboard, have you? I just had something I prepared earlier. Does everyone travel with a whiteboard?
It's Australia.
You don't have a whiteboard? Good, I was right.
I love Jake Pipcock. He's always in front of the whiteboard regardless.
Yes.
You can have anything in the world, he's got still the whiteboard.
Oh, wow.
They bailed me out when we did.
Wow, nice.
I didn't realize I was going to be around the room today, so I didn't dress appropriately. So I apologize for
You
that.
know what, we're all in
So we're
shorts
up there,
and
we know where
t-shirts.
we're
It's the 4th of July.
Is it? What happens on the 4th of July? We don't have the 4th of July in
We
Australia.
don't have one of those.
Well, actually, we do have the 4th of
Well,
July.
this
We
is
just
the day
don't
that we
celebrate
blow up
anything.
Australians.
No, you didn't.
It's right after.
Australians wasn't even in
the
existence when you guys were doing. We're doing it.
It wasn't in existence. I think it was there.
Well, not as Australia. Australia wasn't there.
But it
The
was there.
continent was there.
There we go.
Okay. All right, Ken. So I sent you this, so we're going to talk
I
about
did.
this. Okay. Afterwards.
And did you see my email?
Yes, but I responded to that, but I realized we need to make that. We need to change that around. So.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Great. All right. Quick overview from me. As you can tell, I'm not from around here. No. Where am I from?
New York, I can tell from the right.
I'm just from actually North Evergreen, just up the road here. See, I got a laugh. I got a couple of laughs. There you go. I got a smile. See, it occasionally works.
I'm smiling before you went.
No, because you know.
He looks at me every time.
I'm a geologist by trade, and I've been very fortunate. I have been able to travel around. I've been paid to travel around the world and see some incredible places. I've also seen some shitholes, but I've also seen some very beautiful places as well. But interestingly enough, I grew up in the industrial age. Go to college, get a job, work for 40 years, and everything we taken care of. The reality is that that's not really working so well. For everyone that gets to 65, there's only 5% that actually are financially secure. 1% is actually wealthy, 4% are financially secure. The rest are either dead or dead broke, effectively. I'm in the upper echelons of a corporate company, get paid very, very well, but I have no time. I basically work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Don't really see my family. Not as healthy as I'd like to be. Went back and did a PhD a number of years ago in the area of mineral nutrition, soil nutrition, to improve the fertility of the soils, to improve the nutrition of our food, the food that we eat. Unfortunately, while theoretically that works, it doesn't necessarily translate to something that is practical. It works in a greenhouse, it works in a lab, it doesn't really work out in the field and the plots it is. So through that work, I came across guy by the name of Dr. Joe Wallach. Dr. Wallach grew up in a farm in Missouri, went to agricultural school, then became a veterinarian, and actually became a veterinarian pathologist. So it was, basically farmers would come in with dead animals, and he'd tell them what was wrong with them. So what the veterinarians have done over the years is that basically most disease is due to mineral deficiency of some described. Not necessarily due to a toxin. Occasionally it's due to a toxin, but there's more death and disease associated with deficiencies than there are dealing with actual toxins. He went on. He was involved in a National Institute of Health research grant back in the late 60s and the 70s. He was involved in that for 12 years, and he was the comparative pathologist. And what they were actually looking at was there a relationship between the increase in pollutants within the society and the death of the animals in zoos, and a correlating death with humans within that same area. They were trying to find kind of like a canary in the coal mine. What Wallach found out after doing over 20,000 autopsies, both animal autopsies and human autopsies, was that he became very convinced that it was actually mineral deficiencies. And what he ended up coming up with was the fact that there are 90 essential nutrients that your body needs. And through that, went back, became a naturopathic doctor, then developed a company that was originally American Youngevity, American Longevity, and is now being called Youngevity. Company's been around for 18 years now, very stable company, but the exciting thing about it is that even though it's very stable, debt-free, brick and mortar company, owns everything, is on the stock exchange, legitimate company, it has the feel of a startup. The first 15 years, they went from about $0 to $20 million. In the last 3 years, they've gone from 20 to 130 million. So and they're wanting to become a billion dollar company. So that's why there's a lot of excitement. People like Angela are very, very excited about what it is. But the core of Dr. Wallach's message is not necessarily the company, it's that he wants to create a revolution in how we look at our health. If you look at our medical system, despite the fact that the United States has the most expensive medical system in the world, that we are 60th in life expectancy, there's another, or 61st, whatever it is, another 60 odd companies, they outlive the United States, even, have a longer longevity than the US. 40th or 41st in infant mortality. 40 countries can produce a live baby better than the United States can, despite the fact that we have the most expensive healthcare system. 1 in 3 people are diabetic, pre-diabetic, most obese nation. How many people do you know that got bone and joint issues, diabetes, pick a disease, any disease, it's all increasing. So Wallach was like, this can't be right. Took his message that he learned as a veterinarian, as I said, became a naturopathic doctor, developed a practice, started treating his patients like animals, and they got better. In fact, the bone and joint was now in a bone and joint pack is, he used to call it the pig pack, so actually the pig arthritis formula. Now people got a little bit offended like that. Why am I taking a pig pack? That doesn't make, that doesn't make sense. So they've kind of softened it around. But the core of his business is what's called 90 for Life, which is the 90 essential nutrients that we all need for health existence. And then out of this, they've created, so this is the 90 for Life in the center, and then out of that, by adding on other particular additional components, he's added these other health packs. We have a bone and joint health pack, so anyone who's got arthritis, degenerative bones, whatever, very, very good for this. And this is my personal favorite because I got my wife back. My wife had degenerative neck disorder, basically fell apart, was on the verge of major surgery. Using this, we've actually were able to reverse that. She's now in pretty much perfect health, other than the fact she's got to put up with me. There's the blood sugar pack, which is obviously for anyone with diabetes. And again, 1 in 3 people have diabetes and some form of blood sugar component. This is very, very important. Weight loss, we're the most obese nation in the world. People who lose 60, 70, 80, 100 pounds using this particular program. What else we got? Brain and heart. Okay, so obviously dementia, Alzheimer's, very, very, massive increase in that component. Heart disease as well is very important for that. There's the athletic pack. Despite what Gatorade tells you that, so of these 90 essential nutrients, 60 of which are actual minerals. And you can't, if those minerals aren't in the soil, you can't manufacture them. You have to get them out of the soil. something about the plants as they take the minerals out of the soil. They organise in such a way that our body can take it. But if you don't have these minerals, you can't get it. As an athlete, when you're sweating out, Gatorade would like to tell you that you're sweating out potassium, sodium, 2 or 3 others. The reality is there's 60 of these that you sweat out. This athletic pack is designed to improve athletic performance as well as keeping you healthy at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing one? I'm missing one. What am I missing?
Just the regular pack.
Is it just the regular pack? Yeah. Is it just the regular? No, I think it's one more. Is it? Oh, anyway.
Brain and heart.
Brain and heart, bone and joints, diabetes, weight loss, athletics. Maybe it's just maybe that is it. Maybe that is it. I thought there was a 6th one in there, but maybe not. Okay, so this is the essence. And for the first 15 years, Dr. Wallach was working on Youngevity, was working on this particular component and became a very, very stable company just on this. 3 years ago, they merged the company, brought in a new the digestion pack. I knew there was another one in there as well, digestion. Okay, because it's not what you take, it's what you absorb. And again, so these minerals are what's called in plant-derived form. As I said, your body takes it in and is able to absorb it. If you go out there and chew on a rock, you're not really going to be able to absorb that much. You can crush it up and stick it in your mouth, it still isn't going to absorb it. So this is what it is basically liquid dirt, effectively, but in a form that we can actually use.
What about the stuff like from Salt Lake? The liquid mineral, is that absorbable?
The plant, but which ones from Salt Lake?
Well, there's a lot of brands.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's absorbable.
Don't know. Without seeing the details, couldn't tell you. But these products are upwards of 90% absorbable in the system. So they're in a colloidal form, very, very small, and it's got a positive charge to it as well, a negative charge. It's got a charge that actually get into your body as well. It's designed to get to your cell straight away, and that's why people see such incredible results on this. Nadine, you were just saying within a week, within a week you're seeing difference. My wife turned around from basically being incapacitated to 80% functioning within 3 months, getting on these products. And there's ultimate stories.
Yeah.
The pediatric orthopedics were amazed at how fast my daughter's broken foot.
Yeah.
I mean, the doctors are like, "What are you doing?" Unfortunately, she was with her dad and not me, so I couldn't tell.
So
that's all right.
So I can't talk about something else, but I just know that these particular products work. But 3 years ago, what the company actually did is they kind of shifted gears a little bit, and that they became not just the nutrition is still part of is the core part of their business. They then expanded it into other life enhancing products as well, and there's a whole bunch of other components. There's like 2,000 other products out there as well. But this is the essence of the mission and vision of Dr. Joe Wallach. Okay, so that's the overview of that. Was that kind of?
Yeah, that's good.
Does that kind of at least get a sense? If you come, we can set you up to a more formal kind of meeting. But what I'll do now, I'll kind of show you how to monetize this, but also have a bit of a training for you guys at the same time. Would that be okay with you guys? Because really, Saturday's more of a training than anything else. Okay. So I've had an interesting week because my job in the last week has been getting Kent to SEMD, Trevor to SEMD, Rob to SEMD, so we can get Nick to vice presidential. So I've really dug into the business in the last week more than I would actually have intended to, but done it sort of. So we're gonna have Kent. So Kent has qualified for SEMD in June. So congratulations, Kent. That is absolutely yes. Yeah, we'll get you there. And we can get you're close. You're not quite there, but we can get you to SEMD next month. Okay, we just couldn't quite pull enough levers to make that happen, but you're very, very close. Okay, now.
May I interject just one moment?
Yeah.
That's an acronym, obviously, SEMD, but just as with a lot of companies, I'm a middle manager, I'm vice president, I'm senior vice president. It's a rank advancement, and I would say the SEMD kind of is the first level where you really are kind of in the business in a little bit bigger way and maybe leadership roles, and you've built an organization
Correct.
that is.
Yeah. So I'll get to excellent. Thank you, Ken. I'll do that. Ken was also talking about Dr. Ariaza when he walked in. He's one of the leaders within this company, Youngevity, and my wife Sue has been down there training with him this week as well. So she's actually on her way back, and she's going to be going nuts working with you guys next week. Like I was on the phone with her last night. She's like, blah, 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 blah. So I can tell she's excited. So I'm going to kind of download a little bit about this. So to monetize this particular, so it's going to be an interesting one. So I'm kind of going to be doing a bit of an opportunity meeting and a bit of training at the same time. So to do this business, so to get into this business, if you're interested in doing the business, to get into the business, you get in with what's called a CEO pack. The CEO pack is normally $4.99, but as of what, about 50 minutes ago? No, actually, not even that.
Yeah,
45 minutes ago. For the month of July, we're in July. What's today? July 4th? Is that right today? July 4th. That's going to be $3.99. And what you get now, within that, you get a whole bunch of product. You get 2 of the Healthy Start packs and a whole bunch of other samples and products and things like that. So you get about whatever it is, $600 or $700 worth of products. But more importantly, you get a business system. And that is how you begin to monetize this. Whenever you sell a CEO pack, you get approximately $130 back in straight up commissions. Okay, so obviously if you sell 4 of these packs, you get your money back. Okay, so that's the money back. That's the money kind of side of things. I'm going to shift gears to a bit of training to work that. Okay, so here's how Ariaza sets up his new people, like within the first 24 hours. So you've come in as the CEO, and what he does then within the first 7 days, he gets you to IMD, which is independent marketing. No, RMD. No. Yes.
The
R&D,
CEO pack
the R&D.
that I just signed up last night. Does he get his money back?
Don't know.
Does he pay
Don't know.
find that out?
Don't know. Well, can you call Scott and find that out for me? Can you do that for me, please? That'd be great. Because I honestly don't know the answer. You may, if you can do that, send me an email, then I can distribute it. That'd be awesome. Okay, so a regional marketing director is when you sign up 3 CEOs. Okay, so within the first week, this is what we want people to do as we bring in. This is how Ariaza sets it up. So he wants, and this is what I want you guys to be thinking to be doing in July. So now we have an opportunity. We've got an opportunity to be selling these CEO packs. We're going to create a sense of urgency. Okay, this is what we want to be doing in July. Is creating a sense of urgency in case of expectation in there as well. So when you sell, when you're doing, now I'm going to do this from memory. When you're doing 150 BV, so personal volume, so you're buying basically $150 worth of products, and then they're all ordering 50. That basically gets you to regional marketing director. But if you can imagine if they're buying a CEO pack, that's what they're doing. And then what you're doing within the first week is then a week after they come in, you've got that expectation they're going to be doing the same. So they're going to be coming in and with their CEO packs as well. Okay, so within the first month, and this is why Sue said, so as of Wednesday, Ariaza had put in over 800 SEMDs in the last couple of years. 800, that's phenomenal. But if you do this in the first month, that gets you to SEMD, which is Senior Executive Marketing Director. Okay. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to be thinking about, okay, so everyone kind of got that?
Yep.
Now, I don't quite know how they're doing that. She'll be back tonight. We're going to work out, okay, how do we help you do that? But what I actually want you to think about is not just getting 3, is getting 4 CEOs, because there's a couple of things. One, there's a bit of built-in redundancy into that. Secondly, there's a volume requirement for your rank advancement as well. And then the other thing too is once you've got your 4th CEO pack, that then kicks in all the coding bonuses as well. Okay, so the coding bonuses don't kick in until you get that. Now the other component, the other piece about this, and I still haven't quite got my head about it, Sue was explaining this to me last night, I still haven't quite got my head around it, is that the way these are coded are all important too, because you actually get paid on the rank you are when you bring them in. So the object is to get you to SEMD as quickly as possible, because then everyone subsequently that you bring in, you're getting all those coding bonuses on there as well. Okay, shifting gears, training, think about that, digest that for a minute, coming back to you guys. So there's 10 ways that we can get paid within Youngevity. Okay, whenever you sell a product, CEO pack, you get 130 bucks. So obviously if you sell 4, you've got your investment back. And then what does anyone else want to do? They want to get their money back in there as well. There's also what's called fast cash bonuses, and there are all these incentives to get you to cash as quickly as possible. Because then, people getting cash, and this is apparently what Ariaza does really, really well. He just gets his people getting checks within the first week. You have people getting checks in the first week. You get pretty excited. I mean, I don't know if you hear my daughter got a check for 49 bucks. My 15-year-old daughter got a check for 49 bucks. But the 15-year-old like, what? I didn't have to go and work at Starbucks. Well, this is awesome. So this is all. This is kind of like this is kind of like upfront sales commission. Is probably the best way of thinking about it. But then here's the beauty of this business. Once you get to this rank of senior executive marketing director, and you sold 4 of your CEO packs, it kicks in what's called a coding bonus. And the coding bonus is depending on the rank that you are, and there's 8 ranks. Is that right? 9 ranks, whatever it is. 9 ranks. I think it is. You get paid anywhere between 35 and 190 bucks, depending on kind of the structure and where you're at, for any CEO pack that's then sold within your organization. So your commission, your coding bonus, and your fast cash bonus all get paid on a weekly basis. Okay. So this is why getting people to SEMD is key. If you do that in the first month, then by the second month, they're starting to get, so at SEMD, and on average, you're getting paid $100 on any CEO pack that's sold within your organization. Okay.
So you're saying it doesn't matter which level they're at. So
well, okay.
If they're
so,
2 down, 3 down, we're going to
Okay. So
I just want to make sure that they get that.
yeah. Okay. So we're going to shift from opportunity meeting back to training. Okay. Just to make sure you guys know where.
We're going to get you some cats to switch.
You like this? Or I think. Okay. So here's. Okay. So you guys got a visual on that. Okay, here's how it gets paid out. So obviously, when you sign up your first like 3 CEO packs, you're still at like IMD and EMD or whatever. Okay, then those people within your organization, you always get coded, you always get paid on that coding at that IMD level, regardless of what rank you ever get to, because it is the rank that you are when you sign them up. Okay, does that now? Again, I'm still getting my head around, around this. So, but it's that's component. So there's some. So for example, you were Nick's first sign up, right? But because he was still just an IMD, all the CEO packs within your organisation, he only gets paid at the IMD level, and then it rolls up to me because I was SEMD when you were signed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
100.
Okay, so the company gets. I'm going to go back to the old one. Just forget about July for a minute. So whenever a CEO pack is sold, there's 499 bucks. Okay, 130 goes to the person who signed it up, straight commission. Okay, in various forms. So that leaves 369 bucks. Correct? Okay. Then there is $190 in coding bonus. Okay, so that leaves 9, 16 minus 9 is 7, 3 minus 2 is 1. So that's 179. So this is profit to Youngevity. Okay, so this is what goes to Youngevity. Okay, this is like Youngevity still has to make money. They've still got to pay for products and whatever. It's like it's still a business, still a legitimate business. So this 190 then gets divvied up depending on how it is. So for example, there's Scott, there's me. And then, okay, let's just do Scott and me, for example. Okay, so Scott's at Grand Poobah level. Okay, whatever, whatever he is. I'm at vice presidential, so I get paid 135 bucks on that. So if I sell a CEO pack, okay, to someone, okay, I get 100. I've got to make sure I do this right. Yeah. So of this remaining one, so I get paid 130 bucks commission. Okay, that's what I do. Because I made this up. Then because I'm at the vice presidential, I get paid 135 buck coding bonus, and then Scott gets the balance, which is 55. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that 190?
Yeah.
Okay. So it gets divvied up depending on what it is. Okay. So now, if I'm then let's say I've got someone else in my organisation who's an SEND. Say, let's say Robert, for example. Then he sells it to someone. Okay, so he gets $130 in commission, plus he gets the $100 in coding bonus. All right. Then because I'm eligible, because I'm vice presidential, I'm eligible for 135, but there's only $90. So there's only another $90 left in the pool. I only get 90, and Scott gets nothing. Okay. So that's, so as you can imagine, when you've got your organisation all over the place, it's there's this complicated algorithm that Youngevity's worked out that makes it get paid. However, on average, within a big organisation, you get paid about $100 on that. Okay, and I've sat down with Scott and said, look, dude, trying to understand this, is that right? He says, yeah, on average, it's about $100. Now, do you get paid $100 on everyone? No. But Scott gets paid, some he gets none, some he gets he gets the 465. And again, it depends on where it is that I'm coded, like 490. So don't get, and this is where, like Nick's going, well, why didn't I get all of my commissions? Because Nick, it's not, it's not, it's a little bit complicated, but I want you to understand that don't get too caught up in it. Just think about, on average, that's generally what, once you get to SEMD, you get paid about $100. Now, nice thing is when you're at SEMD and you're still selling CEO packs, you'll get that $100 coding bonus on top of the $130 component. So get to SEMD and keep on selling CEO packs. Once you start getting to vice presidential, vice chairman, then you can start worrying about all the algorithm. Okay, but just in case if you're looking at your commission check and going, why doesn't this work? That's what it is. But on average, it's about $100. Okay, does that kind of help? Okay. You can see there are people coming into this business who have been professional network marketers in other companies. They're coming in just for this coding bonus, because there are people who are making as much money on this as they are on the rest of their business. Okay, so the last piece of that is that then. So the essence of the company, the core. So I'm going to shift from training back to opportunity now, so you guys know what's going on here. I didn't have like a car, like one of those Bugs Bunny cartoon thing going.
Well, we need to get you a couple hats.
Like the, was it the Roadrunner that kept on saying like putting up the thing?
Yes, he did.
Meet me.
Beep, beep, there you go. Okay, so the beauty of network marketing. So I work in corporate America. You've worked in the corporate game. You know the game. You go to work, you get paid, you go home, and when you're not working, you don't get paid. Beauty of network marketing is that you're leveraging. What you're doing is you're leveraging your time. You're leveraging something I said.
The place is closed.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we're good.
But you're also leveraging other people's network. So, for example, I knew Kent before, but I didn't know Angela before. But because Kent's here, I'm now making money on Angela. Way to go, Angela. Keep up the good work. I didn't know June, I didn't know you guys before. Tom, oh, bloody hell, Okay, so what you're wanting to do is, the whole basis of this leveraging is that you're wanting to, the core message within Youngevity is 90 for life, 90 essential nutrients for life. So the basis of, the business is inherent within its name. You need these 90 essential nutrients. You need them for life, as we were talking about last night. Dr. Wallach, as I said, is a veterinarian. All of these dosages, all of these products are based on weight, on per 100 pounds. Because obviously you can't give the same dosage to a calf as you can to a big bull. Okay, you'd be the calf, I'd be the big bull. Okay, as you do, I need a little bit more than you did, Nadine. Okay, so the inherent part of the business is people are ordering over and over again. The other thing that if you remember, it's gone from here to here. The management structure they brought in recognized that the economy is changing. That if you think of some of the most successful companies out there right now, you look at what is the most successful media company? in the world, or the most popular media company in the world right now, is actually Facebook. It doesn't own any of its own content. The most successful taxi company, or the most profitable taxi company, is Uber. They don't own any of their own cars. Airbnb, very successful. They don't own any of the properties. So they began to realize that there's a real shift in how the economy is working. It's a real sharing economy. We're talking about moving into the sharing economy. This is what this business is. All you're doing is sharing with other people the opportunity of the products, whatever it may be. They also realize that, look at Amazon. Amazon's one of the most profitable or the most successful companies out there right now, and it's all based on online ordering. So they really shifted their mentality about 3 years ago. Everything is just online. You don't, as we were talking about, you don't have to have any inventory. You just get people to order online, and you make money out of that. The other thing is, as I said, moved into life-enhancing products. We have coffee, we have chocolate, we have makeup, we have energy. We've got energy. I haven't even delved into the energy side of things yet. I mean, that's killing me, because I'm not getting into that now. So the whole idea is to shift where you shop. It's a wholesale company like Costco, except you buy it online like Amazon. Okay, so that's why people are ordering products every month. Okay, just shift. I mean, you need the nutrition monthly, get that monthly, and then begin to shift how you shop. And that's how it does. So every month people are ordering products within your organization. So even though the structure is based on 3, I like using 4, because the reality is that 4th line is really where the money starts getting, starts taking off. So here's you. So on average, so if you remember the first structure we got 4 people in there. So the second month after they've got in and they're ordering, on average, you're making $10 a person as a monthly commission. Residual, it's either residual or recurring income, however you want to say it. But that money, once you've got them into the business, essentially you're making $10 on average per person. So in the first month, if you bring 4 in, the next month they order, how much money are you going to make? $40. Okay. Tom, do you care about $40?
I'll give it back.
Yeah, you're give it back to me. Okay. All right. Okay. So if I threw $40 on the ground, you'd pick it up and go, hey, way to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So $40 doesn't look that much, but what this actually represents is the beginning of this understanding how this business works. It's the first check that, like restaurants put that first dollar, they actually go, hey, first dollar we made. This first check is important. Okay, now ideally, as I said, it's based on leverage and replication, duplication. So you get 4 people in the business. If they bring 4 in, you've now got 16. How much money you got in the door? What's my pen? All right. So how much money is coming in now? 160. Okay, so now you got $200. A bit better, isn't it? Okay. You'll take this. Okay, then they bring in 4. You got 64. Is that right? Yep. 640, 840. This comes in every month. This starts to come in every month. Okay. So, was it 640 plus 200 is 840, 880. Is that right? No, hang on. What am I doing? No, that's right. 840. That's right. Because this is cumulative. This is my cumulative. That's the sigma sign. That's the symbol for sum. Thank you. Very good.
Hey, I have done that.
You what?
There's stuff in there.
There is still stuff in there. 256. Is that right? 2560. I can't remember the math. What's this? 3. 3. No. 0, 8, 13, 3. Okay. That's now getting pretty close to a lot of people's monthly wage. Okay, and this is starting to get pretty serious in there as well. Okay, 256. What's the next one? I can't remember. Is it 1024?
1024, right?
1024.
There we go. Okay, so now we're getting, okay, so then this is right, 15K plus thereabouts. Okay, there we go. So most people can live quite happily on 15K. Okay. So just to put it in perspective, okay, just that's the opportunity to come back to training. SEMD is somewhere in there. Okay. Put it thereabouts. Somewhere kind of between those two, you're kind of getting to SEMD. Vice presidential is starting to get in here, and then once you get the presidential, it's not this kind of thing. So the reality is, this is how our REOs are set today. It's like this, you know. And in fact, so again, my 15-year-old daughter was interested in doing this business, and she was out there with my wife. I was talking to her, and she's like, there's nothing to this business. Why have we made it so complicated? Like my 15-year-old going, this is easy. Like she's coming back going, easy. So if she can do it, then even all of us with all of our well-educated breeding is like, you know, it's doing it. So I'm really excited because apparently this is a lot easier than we've been talking about for the last 6 months. Okay, all right. So basically then you get paid down 6 levels, it starts getting crazy, the number starts getting crazy. Now, a couple of things I just want to tell you, so I'll come back to opportunity, probably you guys as well. There are people in this business doing this within 3 to 6 months. There are people doing this. So like this isn't just like me sitting out being going, hey, wells and resources, all looks good, rah, rah, rah. There are people actually doing it in this business. The other interesting thing that Sue harped on talking to RERs, and he says, like, you've got to understand there is a sense of urgency there. Okay, Youngevity is going, it did 130 last year, 130 million last year. It's going to probably double that this year. It's going to get to $1 billion company in the next 4 or 5 years. Okay, like don't waste time. Like it's still a good opportunity now, but don't think it's still going to be here in another couple of years. Just you've got to have a sense of urgency, and this is what RERs is just saying. Like this is like this opportunity may not be around, but like the company will always be around. But this ability for rapid growth to get to these numbers within 3, 6, 9, 12 months is here. Once it becomes a mature company, okay? The essence of any company. Okay, quick business thing. This is a startup. Most companies fail. First 5 years. Okay, what are the stats are? What are they? 80, 90% fail.
90%.
Yeah, first 5 years. Okay. We've got past this. We're now in this rapid growth. And this is where money's being made in this. We're somewhere in about here. Once it gets to stabilization, people who are in will still make money because it's 94 live, people still buying products, you're still getting this, you're getting this money. This is where you're making the money. But then once people try to get into this level, you can still make money, but it gets a lot harder to do it. This is the opportunity.
That's the Amway equivalent.
Yeah, so Amway, Melaleuca, Herbalife, New Skin, those companies within there. They're billion-dollar companies. They are billion-dollar companies. Like their shares worth 60, 70, 80, $100 on the share market. They're mature companies. And people who got in there make money. And again, if you're savvy enough, can you make money in these companies? Sure, but you need to have a skill set. Here, you can learn your skill set and make money at the same time and get paid at the same time. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's kind of the overview of the business there. All right, so we're going to shift about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Okay, so what we've got to do, your goal is to get to SMD. All of your goal is to get to SMD this month. Okay, you can do it. You kick ass. You'll do it this week. Okay, that's how close you are. All right. But everyone's got their SMD. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, guys, you guys need to make a list of 100 names by tomorrow afternoon, by tomorrow night, by midnight tomorrow. 100 names. Okay, so I want you to do 10 now. 10 right now. Just put 10 names down right now. Don't even think about it. Go. 10 names. 10 names you want to introduce to people in the business. So I'm doing training now. You guys can do it. All right. You can do it, guys. 10 names. Go. Don't think. Do. Any questions from you guys? I mean, I gave you kind of the abridged version. We have meetings up here on Wednesday. There are other meetings up, around Denver if you want some more information. If you want a bit more of a formal presentation, I can sit down and do that with you as well. But I want to keep these guys kind of moving on the training side of things.
Makes good sense.
Yeah, good. If you get in there and save you $100 on the seat, okay. So, I mean, literally was announced that. So, how do you guys feel about moving forward? Yeah.
Are you being honest that the product did all of that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. And we can,
We got some testimony. Well, I'm 61. I do taekwondo and fitness every day with Nick. And although I feel in very good shape, and I feel pretty youthful, I snowboard, I hike 14ers, I feel good, very athletic. But I was starting to feel at times like an old man, getting off the couch, achy stuff. And that's the, shut up. I'll spar you anytime.
okay.
No, I won't actually. I hear you knock some people out. That went away after about 3 weeks. And I think these two have felt the same. I mean, for me, that's the most tangible thing. I feel a little bit more mental acuity, but just not having those minor aches and pains, having that gone for my workouts and just afterwards. That's, and I think in my age group, I hear a lot of that.
Yeah. I think, look,
Just when I started this, I was in specifically for the business. I accumulated boxes of product. I was buying the stuff I wasn't using. I was giving it away. For years, my teeth bled. My gums would bleed whenever I brushed my teeth. And I finally started using it. And there was one day I was brushing my teeth. I'm spitting. I'm like, there's no blood. And I wasn't looking for anything with the product. I was totally in for the business. And I feel great. I feel energy. I'll get you some samples so you guys can try it. So this is pollen burst that'll help you get energy
that's the
as well.
So,
yeah.
I have a question. So as startups,
mhm.
which is kind of what we are, the new kids on the block,
Yes, ma'am.
the
In
way that
perfect
we
position.
make our money
Mhm.
is if the people that we sign up then sign up people.
That's it. That's right. It's the leverage. It's the
So-
leverage and duplication.
Well,
Yeah.
they'll make money first when the first people they sign up.
Right. So you make
But-
money when you sign them up, and then when they start signing people up.
Okay, but a lot of the people on my list, are family and
Okay, sure.
small
Sure, sure.
town out in Sterling, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't particularly see them, so I'm gonna have to get more than 10 people. I would have to get people that I thought would then turn around
So-
and sign somebody else up.
So let me suggest then you make two lists, because obviously I can tell from you, you really want to be helping your
Right,
friends and
right.
family. I get that, and that's still very important. That's still part of Dr. Wallach's message is get them on the product. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't wanna just sign them up so that they make me money.
Yeah. No.
I'm signing them up, pretty much all of them on my list, because I can see the health benefits.
Absolutely. That is still the mission and vision of Dr. Wallach.
Okay,
Absolutely. Okay. But he also wants to pay you. But the other thing I would suggest is maybe also think about a second list for people that would be interested in
The company side.
in doing the business as well.
okay,
Because people predominantly get in for two reasons. One,
Mhm.
for the health side of things, they they need it. They are desperate for it, and
and that's
they
where I
need
can
it.
sell it on the health side,
Okay.
because of the animal background, because of our business background, all of that. I would personally, speaking just for myself, have a hard time going out and selling this based on the opportunity.
Okay. So let me ask you then this question: do you know of 4 people that are very unhappy in the work that they're doing right now?
I could probably think of 4.
Okay. So then I would think, obviously the health component is very important here, and keep that up. Absolutely. God bless you. Seriously. But also look at the people who are doing the financial side of who are struggling financially and looking at different skill set. So let me put this in perspective. There's been there's been no increase in real wages for like the last decade. The largest group of people that get on food stamps are double income families. So there are people out there who are working their absolute freckles out
Mhm.
and not, can't even put decent food on the table, which then, leads to all the health issues. So I know there are people out there praying for a financial miracle.
And because of that, it's hard to get them to spend their $500 on a program.
Which
when
mean-
they got in debt and they're just, even though I can see it, you can see it. To them, they gotta buy school clothes
Yeah, no,
and
absolutely.
groceries.
Absolutely. So we can talk about. I know. I see, Angela. Hang on. Absolutely. And I know, and we can work away. There are strategies to work with those people as well. And so just as you know, Ariaza, basically, 100% of his his organisation are Hispanic. Don't even speak, English. They don't have, and his mantra. Well, I won't say it's mantra, but he works on. Do you want to spend your time like cleaning the white man's, bathroom all day long? All day long. He's working on. Yes, you're going to have to sacrifice some stuff now, but in 2 to 3 years, you can be independently away from there. So there are strategies, there are ways of doing it, and I totally understand where those people are coming from as well. However, you may be surprised at how willing they are once they see the benefits and they see the strategy. And this is what I'm really excited about Sue coming back, because she says she's laid out how to simplify this particular process, and that's what we're looking for. Angela.
In her situation, if you're looking at people that don't have money, if they bring in 3 people, their next month is free. So that's a way that you can go with it. And that's one of the things that Ariaza does do in his training, because he shows, when he did his presentation, he showed more of the get 3 people in to get your pack free, because you bring in 3, you get your pack free. And now you're paid in full.
What do you say?
He doesn't even go into the 4th leg.
What do you say to the people that say this is just a pyramid scheme?
Absolutely. Yes, it is. It is a pyramid scheme. The best pyramid scheme out there. Okay. But it's not a scam. But it's not a scam. Okay. So let me
joke about that, but because of Amway, and there's a lot of negativity
absolutely
around that when somebody starts talking about pyramid schemes.
Okay. So here's the question: is when you. So do you have that issue or not?
No, I don't have that issue.
So the best question is understanding what they mean by a pyramid scheme, because there's a lot of misunderstanding about what a pyramid scheme is and what a Ponzi scheme. So do you guys want me to kind of answer that quickly? Okay. So a Ponzi scheme is where people, you get people to pay into something, and then that money goes to pay someone else, and there's no goods or services. Like it becomes as an investment. Bernie Madoff was just like, give your money to me, I'll make it grow. And all he did was take that money and put it up front. That's a Ponzi scheme. There's no goods or services. Where network marketing's got a bad reputation is that they were built on that mentality, is that people got paid a lot more on the upfront commissions to bring people in, and very little goods and services brought in. Okay, this particular company, Youngevity, and there are still network marketing companies out there that do that. Okay. Now, just quietly, network marketing companies don't have a corner on the market. Okay. Quite a few corporate scams out there as well. Anyone want to, Enron? Anyone remember Enron? I mean, network marketing isn't the only scam out there in that regard. Network marketing, so Youngevity specifically, is geared on the movement of products. Okay. It is a product-based company. Once you bring someone in to 130, you get paid that commission of $130, but then they're also getting $600-700 worth of product. It's not just hey, give me cash, I'll take it from you. Can you grab my power cord out of my bag as well? Then you only get paid when they buy more services, when they buy more products after that as well. So that's why it's not, that's the difference for this particular company. So and this is absolutely it. When anyone is evaluating a network marketing company, one of the things you should evaluate